Hello, BBN. Ian Jackson almost signed with Kentucky. Now he's in the transfer portal, maybe to come to UK for real. Let's take a look at that. But first, if you think you should come to the Cats now, subscribe to the channel. Ian Jackson, a former five-star recruit who was scouted by Kentucky during the recruiting period under John Calipari, is back in the Ncaa transfer portal. The point guard, who chose to play for the North Carolina Tar Heels instead of the Wildcats in high school, now has the opportunity to reconsider his initial decision, and perhaps even make amends for a mistake many Kentucky fans believe was made. Jackson, a creative player, arrived on the college scene as one of the most coveted prospects in the 2024 class. During his freshman season at UNC, he showed his potential by averaging 11.9 points, 2.7 rebounds, and 0.9 assists per game, while shooting an impressive 45.6% from the field and 39.5% from three. His 8 20-plus point games prove he can be lethal when he's in sync with the offensive system. However, despite some good moments, something just didn't seem to click for Jackson in Chapel Hill, leading him to explore new opportunities in the transfer portal. For Wildcats fans, this news comes as an unexpected gift. When Jackson chose the Tar Heels over Kentucky a few months ago, many in Lexington felt the program had lost a key piece to its rebuild. Now, with him available again, there's a unique opportunity to bring the Bronx native back to where many believed he belonged all along. And in that process, Mark Pope has emerged as a key figure in convincing Jackson to sign with the Cats. Pope, who has demonstrated his ability to navigate the turbulent waters of college recruiting, has all the tools to attract Jackson. His direct approach, combined with his strategic vision for individual development, could be just what the young point guard needs to take the next step in his career. In addition, Pope knows how to integrate talent into the Kentucky system, maximizing their skills while preparing them for future challenges. For Jackson, who has already demonstrated his ability to score and shoot from distance, playing under Pope could be the key to unlocking his full potential. The question that lingers is, did Jackson realize he chose the wrong path by choosing UNC? While the school has a rich college basketball tradition, his impact there has not been as transformative as many expected. At Kentucky, he would have the opportunity to join a program that deeply values its players and places them in a position of national prominence. In addition, the Wildcats are looking for reinforcements in the shooting department, an area where Jackson could contribute immediately. The Cats will certainly reach out to gauge his intentions and understand what he's looking for in his next college stop. With other elite programs also eyeing the player, the competition promises to be fierce. However, if Mark Pope can establish a genuine connection with Jackson, the chances of bringing him to Lexington increase. Ian Jackson's story serves as a reminder that college recruiting is a game of opportunities and second chances. For Kentucky, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to right a wrong and add a top 10 talent to the roster. For Jackson, returning to the transfer market is a chance to find the right environment to thrive. And Kentucky is a great place to do that. Speaking of Kriisa, the point guard who left his mark during his brief stint in Lexington is now heading off to a new chapter in his college career. The player recently committed to Cincinnati, a decision that marks the end of his career with the Cats and the beginning of a new journey in the Queen City. Kriisa arrived at Kentucky with high expectations, bringing with him a solid background from 3 seasons in Arizona and a stint at West Virginia. However, his season with the Wildcats was cut short by a foot injury, which took him out of action after just 9 games. Despite his physical limitations, he still managed to make his mark in a memorable way. One moment that will remain etched in the memory of BBN fans was his defensive performance on a crucial counterattack against Gonzaga, even though he was already injured. This gesture of grit and determination summed up, in a way, The essence of Kriisa as a player. Someone who always seeks to give his best for the team, regardless of the circumstances. Now, he'll take his talents to Cincinnati, where he'll join head coach Wes Miller, who's known for his ability to develop players and create dynamic offensive systems. Interestingly, Kriisa won't be the only former Wildcat on the team, as C.J. Frederick is also on the team. This migration of players with Kentucky roots to Cincinnati can be seen as a sign of the impact the program still has on the players who come through its ranks, even when they go their separate ways. For Mark Pope and Kentucky basketball, Kriisa's departure is yet another reminder of the inherent turnover in modern college basketball. Players come and go constantly, whether through transfers or seeking new opportunities. In Kriisa's case, his decision to transfer to Cincinnati makes sense given the need to find an environment where he can resume his progression and earn more minutes on the court, something that might have been difficult to secure in Lexington, given the pieces being added to the roster. Although his time with the Wildcats was short, Kriisa left a positive impression both on and off the court. He epitomized the resilient spirit that defines Kentucky basketball and showed that even in the most challenging times, there is room for heroic gestures and inspiring actions. Now, as he heads to Cincinnati, Cats fans can only wish him well in his new adventure. On the other hand, Kriisa's departure also leaves room for the program to continue shaping its roster for next season. With names like Muhaim Diabate, Jalen Lowe, and even Ian Jackson on the radar, Marpope is clearly focused on building a competitive group capable of competing at the highest level. Kriisa's departure, while significant, is just another chapter in Kentucky's ongoing story of renewal. Good luck, Kerr. Your contribution to the Wildcats, however brief, will be fondly remembered by fans. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.